I'm live. Woohoo! All right, I think everything's working. Hello, Poseidon Siren. Hello, Jim Dancy. I was thinking about you earlier today, wondering where the heck you've been. We we haven't seen. Oh, there's. Hold on. There we go. You know what I did? I always have a window open with my live stream on it. And then it started, and there's a lag. There's like a 10-second lag. So it all of a sudden I could hear myself twice. There we go. How are you, Lord Jim Dandy? Haven't spoken to you for a little while. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good Christmas. Let us know what you did. How's your mom? Did you hang out with your mom for Christmas? We had a very, 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 very quiet, like non-Christmas, like literally. Like so many people just kind of skipped over the whole thing. I don't know, just this year, I think a lot of people are just feeling like, you know, like just this year was so hard. And then we also have this extra layer in our life with my father-in-law and like dealing with all of that. He's home, he lives on his own, but 5 minutes away. So my husband's back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I just was like, it's impossible to try to do like something big when you've got that situation going on. So we just had a quiet one. I think I went live on Christmas Eve. I just did a members only live just because I wanted to gift people like some card readings and stuff. So yeah, that was there. If you're a member, you'll be able to go see that. Not perfect. Hello, happy new year. Is it? Oh, it's not happy new year for anybody here right now just yet. It won't be. We're not going to be here all day. Absolutely not going to be here all day. Munchie, how are you? Happy New Year. I've lost you? There you are. Happy New Year. I hope 2026 is good to all of us. Hi, Reenie. How are you? How are you? All right. I do have a little presentation today. On my thoughts on the changing year, everything that's kind of happened, and sort of going forward. So I have a little presentation that we will get into in just a few minutes. Just let everybody get settled. Don't forget to click the like button on your way in. And don't forget to switch from talk chat to live chat so that you don't miss anything. Because that's the thing. There's times when I'm like, people are talking to someone and I'm like, why did they block me? Like I can't see them. I just switch to live chat and then I see everything again. So there we go. So Lord Jim Dandy's saying that his mom's okay and all of his siblings are helping. That's good. Takes a team, doesn't it? It really takes a team, especially, yeah, when you have an elderly person and they need care, like takes a team. All of the medical phone calls and everything are now going to my brother-in-law because I was just like, we can't maintain the pace here on this one. So yeah, that's that. And tonight is just gonna be quiet. I'm probably gonna go to bed early, get a good night's sleep, get up early, and start the new year with a bang, I guess. I don't know, maybe with a coffee. We'll start the new year with a coffee. I have my Alani here. It's a new flavor for me. It tastes really good. Oh yeah. Oh, don't worry. We're all saying Happy New Year to each other now. Yeah, because I'll be sound asleep when it's New Year here, so don't worry. But I was thinking, is there anybody that we know here right now? I know the Australians, they had their, I think it was New Year a couple hours ago. And yeah, probably like Russia area, like that part of the world, like the eastern part. I bet have they already done the new year? I don't know. I don't know what the time difference is. But yeah, the UK will have in 7 hours, we'll have their new year. It's New Year somewhere, right? It's New Year somewhere. Somewhere. I know Australia, New Zealand, Japan, maybe China. Have they done their New Year's? I don't know. We'll have to get a map out, and I'm not willing to do that right now. I'm not. Unicorn researcher. Hi, you're new here. Welcome. Welcome. Everyone say hi. It's already 2026 for you. Well, happy New Year. Where in the world are you? Are you in Australia or New Zealand? Because I was just watching. So Not Perfect is just watching the Sydney fireworks. Yeah, when I was scrolling through YouTube, I was like, "Oh, look at all the fireworks videos starting to pop up." Um, Balanced said, "Happy New Year. Thank you for your energy and prayer manifest." Aw, thank you so much. Right back at you. Right back at you. That's the kind of beautiful energy we want for 2026. And to make sure that good things happen, because 2025 was a little bit of a dumpster fire. Was a little bit of a dumpster fire. Unicorn researcher thing in South Korea. Oh, 안녕하세요. There we go. That's all I know how to say. 안녕하세요. That's neat. So you're in South Korea. Are you there for work? Did you grow up there? Now, I'm just really curious about everybody. I always want to know everything about everyone. But that's neat that you're watching all the way from Korea. That's exciting. Japan is 16 hours ahead. Oh yeah, because Munchie's a couple hours behind me. 14. Oh, so yeah, it's 2026 in Japan. There we go. It's New Year's Easter. Oh yeah, I forgot about Easter Island. Thank you for reminding us. Yeah, a balanced 2026 would be nice. I'm good. I could take the good with the bad. I just need the good with it, right? Yeah. 안녕하세요. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're from India. Cool. Namaste. I know how to say hello in like 75 languages. It's the icebreaker. I actually learned a lot of different things when I was doing weddings all the time, because unicorn researcher won't know this, but I'm a minister, go to a lot of weddings. And so when it's another culture, another ethnicity, whatever, I would always ask the bride, what can I say? Like, teach me what to say that I can say hello and welcome to everybody in the language that everybody speaks, right? So I've been taught all kinds of things. I used to work for Hyundai, which is how I learned how to say 안녕하세요 and 안녕하세요. Yeah, and that was it. And I remember on the phone, if I answered the phone and the Korean guys, they'd all say like 여보세요, and I would say 여보세요, and then they'd start speaking in Korean, and I'd be like, no, all I know how to say is 여보세요. I'm like, yeah. So there we go. Yeah, let me see here. Is it Christmas? Yeah, I don't know. Where is Easter? We're gonna need a map. You know what we should do? We should do Geography 101 and have a look at the world map. Yeah. Oh, and Munchies, is that Japanese? Is that Japanese? I don't even say Akamashite Amodeto. Andrea, hi. Yeah, you know what? I'm with you too. April 1st, September 1st, November 1st. I got a lot of New Year's, but we're just honoring the mainstream Gregorian New Year that the most of the world honors. But yes, I do. I don't, this isn't like, I'm totally with you on this, Andrea. It's not really my thing. Because yeah, I'm a Samhain girl. And so November 1st and April 1st too is another one. That's the one we're all like, so, and then of course, as a mom and having been a student, September 1st is kind of like a new year that many of us honor as well, simply because it's kind of the fresh, everything's going back to normal, summer's done, back to school, all of those things. So I do tend to honor September 1st not in a big huge way, but certainly in a all right, it's a new year, there we go. Yeah, 여보세요, they say it on the phone. And 안녕하세요 in person and 여보세요 on the phone. I know, who knew we were going to have like linguistics here today? But we are going to have to do a geography lesson just so that we don't, me, sit here saying, I don't know where anything is. Oh, that's how you say Happy New Year in Japanese. Oh, fun. Fun. So Google says Pacific Island, Atoll, Kiritmati. I don't have my glasses on. I should have got my reading glasses. India also has a lot of New Year's, one in January, March, and then April. Different religions and cultures have different New Year's. Oh, did you celebrate all of them? I'd be like, "Wait, I get a day off? What religion am I today?" Yeah, and then, yeah, all the religion, because there's quite a few religions in India, isn't there? Like, I have a friend who's Sikh, and, so she's taught me all about that. Um, the 13 gurus and everything, and then there's, like, Hindus, and is Buddhism big in India? Is that, like, a big deal? Because 'Cause I've known some Indian people who are Buddhist, but I've always felt that, like, there's a Buddhist temple near me, this massive, massive thing, and I think most people that go there are Chinese, like Chinese Buddhist, and then all the white people who are like, "This is fun," but they have these, like, massive statues, like, you know what? I'll do a presentation on it in the new year, which is, like, in a few hours, so there we go. So you've got lots of New Year's, yeah, all the school holidays. Yeah, we're learning so many things. I had no idea this is how we were gonna go. I just always say be open to anything because we never know who's gonna jump in and say something that's really, really interesting, and then that's the path we go down, and we start learning things by asking lots of questions. Yes, I was in Delhi. Yeah, oh, nice. Now, there's an Indian restaurant that I go to. It's totally off topic here, and they have something called Delhi butter chicken. Is that a real thing, or did they just make that up? That's what I wanna know. More to celebrate, I'm down. It's good to learn from different cultures. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I grew up in a very multicultural way, and now I live in, like, the whitest town on the planet. So it's an interesting way to exist, completely different from the way I grew up. Um, I lived in a middle class neighborhood. Everybody worked hard. Everybody had 2 parents. Everybody, was from somewhere else. We were all immigrants when I was growing up, and, it's um, uh, really fascinating to me. Like, my son has grown up in, like, when they have multicultural days at my son's school, it's Irish, English, Scottish, and there's, like, 1 Jewish boy who's maybe his parents might bring some Jewish food, but that's it. Like, everybody else is like, it's just vanilla. Vanilla. But when I grew up in Toronto, and there when we had multicultural day, there like, every culture, like, whew, and the food, we got to try so many different things and learn about so many things. It was amazing. And when we'd have assemblies, like the Christmas assembly and end of year assembly, kids from, like, different cultures and different countries, they would put on performances from their country that they came from, which was cool. Like, we'd have, like the Indian girls would do their Bollywood dance, and, like, the German girls and guys would do their German dance, and you know what I mean? Like, we had all it was really cool, actually. It was a really neat way to grow up. Um, it doesn't work now. Unfortunately, that lifestyle doesn't work anymore. Things have changed so dramatically that it's really hard to exist in that kind of way, but at the time, it was magic. It was pure magic. Absolutely. Buddhism is there, but it's a bit rare. I have oh, okay. Butter chicken. Yeah, so I mean, I love butter chicken, but this is specifically called Delhi butter chicken, and I was like, "What is the difference?" It's really good. It's really, really good. I often order that and, like, aloo gobi, rice, like, palau, obviously, but yeah, yum. And, what's the oh my gosh, I can't remember what they're called. It's like chickpea flour and chicken, and they're often, like, I see them on the appetizer menu, and it's like little blobs, and then they're deep fried. I can't remember what that's called. Oh, isn't that awful? I can't remember. I often just go and just point to stuff on the menu. There we go. Yeah. Smash that like button. Creating new friendships through food. Exactly. Exactly. Because it's really hard to get into arguments when you're eating, you know, unless you're my family and all the drama is at the dinner table. There we go. At my current university, different international students do this. We have a yearly event where international students set up a stall. Oh, that's really, really cool. See, that's what we did in high school. Is like everybody's parents, their moms, whatever, would make a oh, sorry. Hi, Aspie. How are you? Happy New Year. Whoop, whoop. Are you going to watch the ball drop in New York? Are you going to do that? Are you going to Times Square to watch the ball drop? That's what we need to know. Because you know what, Aspie, we're going to need some pictures and videos of this, okay? So yeah, when I was in high school, like the moms would make stuff, and then you'd buy tickets, and then you would go to each booth and cash in your tickets for food, and then the the money would go to each student who brought food, so then at least their moms got some money back from paying for the ingredients, which is lovely. No, it's not a samosa. It's oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna Google it. Indian food chickpea flour. Oh, chicken. I can't remember what it's. Um, Pakoras. It's pakoras. Oh, I love those. I love those. Aspie, hello. Aspie's always so lovely. She always pops in, even when she's at work. Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much, Aspie. There we go. And where did I see? Oh, there we go. Blue Yukon. Hello. Happy New Year. I hope you survived the storm. That was a little crazy. That was a little crazy. There's a guy that I follow on YouTube, and he lives in the West End of Toronto, like Humber River area. And he was out yesterday. No, 2 days ago in that storm, hiking and filming. I was just like, dude, please message me when you're home so I know you're home safe. Yeah. Yeah, busy at work. Yeah. Aspie is an incredibly accomplished, busy woman. So, and always makes time for people on YouTube, which I love. It's so sweet of her. So sweet of her. There we go. Yeah, I like them with chicken. I know you can get them plain, like just the flour, but I like them with chicken because I like meat. So that's that is probably one of my very, very favorite Indian dishes is pakora. And what are the other ones? Those little chips, like what are they called? Like pampadoms, something like that. Pampadoms? Pampadoms. Can't remember. Can't remember. Thank goodness. It's like when I go to the Japanese restaurants and they have pictures. Like I just point to the pictures. I don't know what anything is. I just know I like kapamaki and yakitori chicken and some other stuff. Oh yeah. So Poseidon Siren saying that Indian food is her favorite because there's lots of vegetarian options. Because Maria, who's Poseidon Siren, she's a vegetarian. And yeah, even I do find myself like sometimes when I'm at an Indian place, um accidentally ordering only vegetarian dishes because the food is just so good. It's so flavorful. It's like so yummy. It hates me. It really does not treat me well. It messes with my whole system, but I love it. It's like my husband is like, it's the most abusive relationship you participate in is eating Indian food. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's so yummy. It's so yummy. Absolutely. Okay. So I had some thoughts about the new year. So I wrote them down. And so this is our little presentation today. Get comfy because we're going to talk about crossing the threshold. Sorry if I keep banging my mic into my laptop here. So I did actually print it down. Munchie's saying she'd be a vegetarian if she ate vegetables. Yeah, I don't really eat vegetables either. Mhm. It's so funny because people look at me and they're like, "You're so healthy. What do you eat? Look at you. You look so healthy." And I'm just like, I just tell them what I eat, and they're like, "Well, that doesn't sound very healthy." And I'm like, empirical evidence would argue that. Yeah, the veg because some different cultures have different food rules. Some are pure vegan. Yeah, I think the last corporate job I had, there were a couple guys from India, or at least like were like children of people from India. I can't remember if they were from India, but we always had to make sure there was a vegetarian meal. And I think it was because they were Hindu. Are Hindus vegetarian? I can't remember. Or a Sikhs vegetarian. I should know this. You're right. You think I've studied enough religion, I should know this, but like the diets of each religion just wasn't high on my yeah, the food is amazing. And there's so much street food too, right? Like it's so easy to just eat. Where I find like in Canada, it's not so easy to eat. Everything is breaded, everything is deep fried, or it's in bread, and it's you like there's not a lot of options out on the street, which is yeah, something that like I noticed when I was in New York City, there's a lot more to eat on the street and in different places. Like when I was in Paris, there's a like street food vendors out on the streets, things like that. So it's a lot easier to eat in some places than it is here in Canada, or at least in the Toronto area. Yeah, I could live on cheese, yogurt, milks, all of it. I'm here for all of it. I love it. All right, let's get comfy. Let's settle in. I'm not going to look at the comments. And I see your comment there, unicorn researcher. We're going to come back to you. We're just going to do my presentation now. Okay. Before we get too far into this. So, this is on crossing the threshold, the deep spiritual meaning of the new year. And I know this is not always everybody's new year, but we're going to pretend it is. Okay? So tonight is not just the end of a calendar year, it is a threshold, and thresholds have always mattered to humans. A threshold is not a destination, it's not even a beginning yet. It's the place where one reality dissolves and another has not fully formed. In ancient cultures, thresholds were considered sacred and dangerous because they were moments when normal rules loosened. Doorways, bridges, crossroads, death, birth, dawn, dusk, and yes, the turning of the year. We instinctively know this moment matters, even if we don't consciously believe in anything spiritual. And that's why New Year's Eve carries a strange emotional charge. That's why we cry. That's why we reflect. We might drink. We might make promises. We might feel restless, or we might suddenly feel the weight of time. This night is liminal, and liminal spaces reveal the truth. So, why do humans mark time at all? For most of human history, time was not marked by productivity or deadlines, it was marked by cycles: the sun, the moon, the seasons, the body, the land. Ancient people didn't think in straight lines, they thought in spirals. The new year wasn't about becoming a new person, it was about continuing the story with more awareness. The Babylonians marked their new year with a 12-day ritual called Akitu, a time of chaos, reflection, and reordering the world symbolically before beginning again. The Romans eventually moved the new year to January 1st, honoring Janus, the god of doorways and transitions, depicted with two faces, one looking back and one looking forward. Janus wasn't about optimism, he was about honesty. You could not step forward without seeing what you were leaving behind. And the symbolism matters more now than ever. And the modern New Year versus the ancient one, whew, there's a lot of big differences. Modern culture treats the new year like a reset button. New year, new me. Fresh start, fix everything, clean slates. But ancient cultures understood something we've forgotten. You don't reset your life, you carry it forward. Nothing magically disappears at midnight. Your nervous system remembers, your body remembers, your grief remembers, and most importantly, your wisdom remembers. The new year isn't about erasing who you were, it's about integrating who you've become. That's why so many people feel heavy instead of excited at this time of year. The body knows the truth, even when the mind is trying to perform hope. So this moment can feel very emotional. If Christmas amplifies memory, the new year amplifies meaning. This is the moment when we will consciously or subconsciously take inventory. What did I survive? What did I lose? What did I tolerate? What changed me? What didn't change, even when I tried? This isn't weakness. This is self-awareness waking up. Many spiritual traditions believe the soul grows through reflection, not acceleration. And this pause, this strange quiet space between years, is where reflection naturally happens. If you felt tired, unmotivated, or introspective this week, you are not broken. You're responding appropriately to a closing cycle. So let's talk about the year we're leaving behind. Let's be honest, this one was not gentle for many people. Many of us went through hell this year. It demanded endings. That was the biggest part this year demanded us to end things in a variety of different ways. It exposed illusions, it stripped away distractions, and it revealed who and what could no longer come with you. A 9-year cycle does that. 9 is the number of completion, of death before rebirth, of emotional reckoning. And 2025 is a 9-year. 2 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. 9s are not about comfort, they are about truth. And that's why so many people experienced burnout, disillusionment, identity shifts, relationship endings, financial reality checks, and a deep sense of, I can't do this the old way anymore. If this year broke something in you, that wasn't failure, that was an initiation. So, what does it mean to cross a threshold spiritually? In these terms, crossing a threshold means choosing consciousness. You are not dragged into the next year, you step into it. But before stepping forward, ancient rituals always required 3 things: acknowledgement of what ended, release of what no longer belongs, and intentional entry into what comes next. So without that, people believed the past would follow them like a shadow. And that's why ritual matters. Not because it was magical, but because it was psychologically and spiritually stabilizing. And tonight is the chance to do that consciously. Numerologically, there we go. We're moving from a 9-year into a 1-year. 9 closes, 1 begins. But here's the part that most people miss. A 1-year does not demand speed. It demands alignment. A 1-year asks, who are you now, really? What do you want to build from truth instead of pressure? What version of you gets to lead this time? This isn't about manifesting faster. It's about choosing honestly. It's about becoming more honest with yourself and more honest with the world. In numerology, a 1-year is about identity before action, direction before momentum. You don't sprint at the starting line. You decide where you're facing. So why do our resolutions fail? Because they're often rooted in shame. That's it. They're based on fixing what's wrong, punishing your body, proving your worth, and becoming acceptable. But the change that lasts does not come from rejecting who you are. It comes from self-cooperation. Instead of asking, what should I stop doing? Ask yourself, what feels misaligned now? Instead of, who should I become? Ask, what am I ready to honor? That subtle shift will change everything. This culture that we're in, it worships momentum. But spiritual traditions honor stillness before movement. That's why we meditate first. Winter itself teaches this. The earth doesn't bloom in January. Well, it depends on where you live. In the northern hemisphere here, nothing blooms in January. Seeds don't rush, roots grow quietly, and you are not behind if you don't feel on fire just yet. You are seasonally intelligent. As humans, we are. We follow our instincts, even if we don't know it. The new year does not require fireworks inside your soul, it requires clarity. And so, this new year is asking of you not to hustle harder. It's not asking you to tolerate less rest. It's not asking you to perform joy. It's asking for integrity between what you know and how you live, what you feel and what you allow, what drains you and what you keep saying yes to. Integrity creates energy, and misalignment leaks it. This year will reward honest choices more than the dramatic ones. So we want to be living in alignment with ourselves. You don't need a 5-year plan. You don't need a vision board tonight. Well, they're fun to do. I love vision boards. You don't need certainty. What you do need is direction. And direction sounds like, I am not available for this anymore. I am curious about XYZ. I want my life to feel steadier. I want to stop betraying myself. Direction is enough. That's the perfect start to the new year. It's the perfect first step forward. So, a little truth about time. Time does not punish you for being slow, it punishes you for being unconscious. This new year doesn't care how much you accomplish, it responds to where you place your attention. Attention is prayer, and attention is intention. Attention is creation. What you attend to this year will grow. Right now, you're standing at the doorway between who you were and who you're becoming. You don't need to rush through. You don't need to slam the door behind you. You don't need to drag everything forward. You get to choose. And that is the real power of this night. As you cross into the new year, remember, you're not late, you're not broken, and you're not failing. You are in transition. We all are. So bring the good with you. It's okay to bring the good. We never, ever, ever start with a clean slate. Bring the good. Honor the version of you that survived this year. Protect the version of you that's emerging. Trust that clarity comes before confidence. And let this year be less about fixing yourself and more about finally listening. This is how real change begins. And tonight, quite honestly, you will step forward. So those were my thoughts on that. Thank you for indulging me. Let's see here. We're going to go back to the comments. Oh, nice. Maria's making friends in India. There's a lot of Indian people in Canada. It's quite interesting. A lot of doctors here are from India, which is cool. A doctor that I went to a few years ago, she's like she does internal medicine, and her diplomas that she got in India are all written in Sanskrit, which is kind of cool. Because I was like, what does it say? What's going on here? Yeah, 2025 was a shit show for a lot of people. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, learning. I love learning. I love teaching. I love learning. Well, you know what? This is the thing. Have that enthusiastic energy going into the new year. Let's do you know what I mean? Celebrate at midnight or before you go to bed, whatever. But bring that energy with you that you're like, yep, I'm good. We don't, tomorrow is going to be no different than today, except for our energy. That's it. Nothing magical is going to happen at midnight tonight. It's true. Almost everything I choose is going to hurt my body or fix something. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. And we carry so much shame. And a lot of our physical problems are based on our shame, that they become the physical manifestations of our shame and guilt and things like that. There's all kinds of things. Like if you tell me where it hurts, I'll tell you what your emotional problem is. Right? So many true words I need to reply. Oh, thank you. Thank you. What have we got here? So a lot of self-reflection. Yeah, not navel gazing, but certainly, looking at yourself. If we make everything about our lives external, then we're never having any empowerment and responsibility in our own life. So when you reflect on yourself and you're like, how did I get here? How, this is why we do shadow work, is to kind of get to the heart of the matter when we're like, why is this going wrong? Well, it's because of something way back when. So that's why, yeah, self-reflection is really good. I don't recommend spending your whole day there, but certainly, having a good look, every single one of us having a good look at ourselves and saying, how did I get here? And then we can always heal things, we can fix things, heal things, there we go. But yeah, it starts with really looking at yourself. Every single one of us, not just you, Munchie. Thank you so much, Maria. Oh, yeah. New rule. New rule. New rule. Vodka is a health food. It's made from potatoes, right? Isn't vodka made from potatoes? So it's like vegetables, right? Yeah. So I do have some stuff coming up. We're going to do my little sales pitch right now. New Year tarot readings. I have a whole bunch of different ones, different price points. They accomplish different things. I'll make a list and post them. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll see them there. If you get on my mailing list, everything will be emailed. I'm going to start sending out emails about my January offers. I do have a a huge spread, like 48 cards. It's massive, and then even down to like 4 cards. So the my tarot readings are starting at like $40 and go up. So something for every price point, something for every budget. But if you're really looking at like what should I be doing this year? What should I be looking at? What's going on? What's the energy around me for 2026? Get your tarot reading booked, because I can only take limited number of people each month. So yeah, we got that going on. My winter magic experience has soft launched. I just sort of quietly put it out there. 3 people have jumped in already, and I'm going to run it. We're going to start on February 2nd, or when we have 10 people, whichever comes first. So if you're chomping at the bit and you are like, I want to get in this, I want this to start now, I want this right away, send the information to your friends. Don't just post it on your thing and expect that anybody's going to see it. Get in their DMs. And if you need copy and graphics or anything, let me know and I can send it to you. And then as always, when somebody brings 3 people into one of my programs, so say someone has signed up, we'll call her Maggie. I don't know who Maggie is. We're just calling her Maggie today. So Maggie signed up, but Maggie brings 3 friends who also sign up. Maggie will get her spot for free, but she has to sign up first and then she'll be refunded. She can always you can always add that to like a credit within my business for anything else. So there we go. There you have it. So that is coming up. And then what I'll do is I'll just share what is in the Winter Magic program. How do I remember this? There we go. All right. So this is the landing page for it. The link, we'll pop the link in here right now. Yes, this is my my late night infomercial. So it's 14 days of cozy rituals and everyday enchantment. And these are all, not all of it, but this is the sort of thing that we will be doing. You'll be, every single day is a different topic. So this is for people who kind of want to start doing some spiritual stuff, maybe want to tap into like a little bit of witchy stuff. And this is for people who love candles, want ritual, and this is, if you want to live an intentional life, this is it. This is your starting point for it. And everything is very cozy, very winter themed. I am going to do one for each season, so keep an eye out. We do 3 Zoom calls. So they're probably going to be about an hour, depending on how many people are in them. So there's one at the beginning, one at the end, and then one in the middle. So you do get 3 Zoom calls. The Zoom calls will be recorded so that you can access them later. This is not one of those things where there's no recording. You will get full access even if you can't make it live to the Zoom calls. You will get them later on. The Facebook group is already open, so we'll be able to add people into that. Every single day, you will receive a magical ritual, and that will come with the actual ritual. There's journal prompts, there's reflections, there's all kinds of things. And then there's a Facebook group. It's private, so we can all share our thoughts in there. There's Voxer messages, so you'll be able to listen and take part in a group conversation if that's your thing as well. And so these are the things we will be doing each day. And it is a mere only $28. And if you are outside of Canada, I have a PayPal already set up for that, so it's automatic. And if you are in Canada, you can just EMT, and that's that. So, and then if you have gone to this page, you just pop your name and email in, and then it'll take you to the payment page after that. So that's what we have there. So let's just see here. I need a pocket calendar. Oh, well, you're going to have emails coming in reminding you. So, oh, and Munchie, Okay, not to betray your privacy here, but you're already signed up. You're already in this one. So you'll be getting emails about it. I just haven't sent emails out to the people who've already signed up yet. So you will get emails about it, and reminding you with all the links that you need, everything you need, you will be getting. Okay. So that will, and it, will this come in the email newsletter? Yes, but you will likely not, you won't be getting the big sales emails because you're already signed up. So once somebody signs up for something, I switch them over to a different stream in my email system so that you're not getting bombarded with the sales emails. Those are for the people who haven't signed up. But the people who have signed up, you get a different set of emails. So as soon as you sign up, you'll stop getting the sales emails if you're on my list. So there we go. Okay, so that's that. That is my little sales pitch, and I thought it would be interesting to share a little bit. No problem, Munchie. I know it's a lot sometimes, especially when we're like bouncing around all over the place. But don't worry, it's I know what's going on, and I'll keep you moving in the right direction. So it was I saw this picture today and I thought, what a great image, being from Scotland myself. And all the dark-haired men in my family were always very popular on New Year's Eve, or Hogmanay as we call it. And the first footing, which is at midnight, the person, and this is like a Scottish tradition, the first person at your door better be a dark-haired man with coal and bread and whiskey and salt. And I remember my grandparents would tell me that you had to, the thing was, you were meant to knock the door with your elbow because you were holding all this stuff, that you had to knock the door with your elbow when you went to visit your friends. So I thought, what a great image this is of being first footed. It is to have good luck for the year. And I had an uncle, it was my grand's brother, who was 6'5" and very dark haired, black hair almost. And so he got invited to all the parties on New Year's Eve so that he would first foot everybody. And when there's I remember a few years ago, people were trying to get my husband to come at midnight, knock on their door at midnight so that he would first foot their house too, because he was tall with dark hair. His hair's white now, but he had very dark hair at the time. So yeah. Yeah. So this is all beautifully organized. Yeah. Well, hopefully you're going to sign up and hang out with us in our little winter magic space. There we go. All right. Did our unicorn friend, did they leave? I want to hear more about like what happens in Korea. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, there's so many different tartans. You know what's really weird? I saw something, a post, and it was like a woman who shared these. It looks like, it looks like she made these flowers out of tartan. And I saw one that looked like our family tartan. And so I asked her, which tartan is this? Because if it was ours, I was going to buy it. And she's like, "Oh, I have no idea. I don't know anything about tartans." And I'm like, "Did you not make them?" Like, it was just so weird. So she hasn't answered me because I'm like, if you're like, "Oh no, I just found a picture," then it's like, "Oh, all right." But if she's like, "Oh yeah, I do make them," and I'm like, you never thought that people would want to buy their own, like their own tartan, you know? So yeah. All the tall people I know out here are short. Oh, because everybody's short? That's the thing. People are like, "Well, I'm taller than you." And I'm like, "Well, that's not hard." Yeah, Maria lived in Scotland for a while. But there's so many different tartans, and some of them, there's like a, I think there's one of them, I wanna say one of the McLeod tartans looks quite similar to our family tartan. So, yeah, it's sometimes it can be the difference of one line in a set is what they call it, that the actual pattern, so that it'd be like a square with the lines and everything and the colors, that's a set. And, so that, yeah, there's thousands of them. And then they just came out with the witch's tartan, actually. Maybe I will pull it up here. I just thought of that. Witch's Tartan of Scotland, which is if you know anything, witchcraft in Scotland was only just recently decriminalized, which is kind of wild. Kind of wild. Let me see if I can find a JPEG. Why is it? What is this web WPEB or whatever these files are? I don't know what they are, and they bother me because they don't work on anything. Let me see here. We'll pull up the witch's tartan. There we go. There's a witch's tartan. So the next time I'm in Scotland, I'm going to get something of that. But there were women who worked incredibly hard to change the story. And there's a memorial now up, I think it's in Edinburgh, a memorial to the witches who were killed for existing. And there was a really great podcast. I think it was BBC. I think it was BBC. I'll look it up and then I'll post it in my community post and on my Facebook. But it was this journalist who, I think it was like 8 episodes or something, and she visited witches and heard all about it and learned the history and learned all about the fight to decriminalize it, because there were people, men and women, men too, you know, who were unalived for having, you know, pockets full of herbs. So there we go. Anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. Oh, that's interesting, Munchie. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've ever been in. I don't think I've ever been in Scotland for New Year's. I've been in England, London, and it was interesting because the pub I went to celebrate New Year's Eve in London, the owner was from Fife. So yeah. Mm. Oh, nice. Nice. All the lurkers? Who are the lurkers? I think we know. We know. We know. Oh, yeah, this is what I just irritates me, is why is it everything, like when I go to Google and I just want to save an image so that I can show it, I have to keep searching for one that's JPEG or PNG. But yeah, I guess I could just get converted on a website, but it's like too many extra steps. Like, just make everything PNG. Like, I don't get it. We got a lot of snow. We had an ice storm the other day. The roads were fine yesterday. I went to Costco yesterday. The roads were fine. But before that, they were like, do not leave your house. Do not leave your house. Yeah, it's not a lot of fun. Where I live, everybody has 4x4 because I live at the top of a hill, and I have to take sometimes the long way out of my neighborhood rather than going straight down the hill, because at the bottom of the hill is a river. And I just think, oh my gosh, I'm going to slide right into the river. So I will sometimes go the other way. But yeah, everybody here has 4x4, like everyone in my town. Because even my street is not on a bus route, so we don't get plowed as fast as everybody else. Yeah. You know, it's funny. I love watching videos from like Scotland and Ireland and places like that when they get snow, and it's like the whole country is shut down for a dusting of snow. And I get it. I get it. You don't have the infrastructure for it. But as, like, you know, growing up in Canada, I'm like, you know what? What? That's nothing. That's no snow. Because there is last winter I couldn't see over the snowbank next to my house, like, because the driveway, when you clear the driveway, there's only so much space to put all your snow. And I remember one year I was actually New Year's in London, and I was watching the news, and it was saying like Toronto was just getting blizzard after blizzard after blizzard. And it's true because when I came home for like 10 days, it just snowed nonstop. When I wanted to leave my house, I had to dig my car out of my driveway. I'd get to work and I'd have to dig a parking spot on my work parking lot. At the end of my 8-hour shift, I'd have to dig my car out. I would drive home and then I'd have to dig a spot in my driveway to get my car in so that I could go to bed. And I worked 4 to midnight. So like 3 o'clock in the morning, sometimes I was out there shoveling, just trying to get my car put in the driveway because here you're not allowed to leave your car on the streets during the winter because they need to plow them. And I remember that year they brought in the military and they trucks and literally were like taking snow and putting it in trucks to get it out and dumping it somewhere else because we're just running out of room to put it anywhere. Like you can do, the sidewalks, but after 8, 10, 12 days of nonstop snow, you're running out of space to put snow. It was crazy. It was crazy. And everybody laughed at Mel Lastman. He was the mayor of Toronto at the time for calling in the military. I was like, no, he did the right thing. 100% did the right thing. Absolutely. Yeah, snow is fun. Snow is fun. Yeah, there's a couple guys on my street and actually the women across the street too. They have snow blowers, so that's helpful. Sometimes I'll look outside and they're like doing the end because you can clear your own driveway, but then when the snowplow comes and dumps it all back in your driveway, it's like life in Canada. Life in Canada. All right, my friends. I am going to go get something to eat and I'm going to let you all get on with your day. Let me know quickly before we leave. What are your plans for tonight? What are you doing at midnight? Who are you smooching at midnight for good luck? What are your plans? What are you going to be doing? And unicorn researcher, we need to know, how is New Year's Eve celebrated in South Korea? What do you do? Like, if you're at university, so I'm assuming you're maybe in your like at your dorm? Do you live on the campus? And like what is like the traditional thing? Who's gonna sit under a table and eat grapes at midnight? That's what I want. I won't even be awake at midnight, so it won't be me. We have a snowblower, couldn't get it to the yeah. Like, that's what happens sometimes is you have to dig a path for your snowblower. Like, you just can't like, this is the like and that's like Canadian life, you just kinda used to it. They close the schools and turn off all the buses and everything when it gets really bad, so it's not like we're trying to juggle everything. Most people are like, "Yeah, I'm staying home today." So, yeah, everybody's gonna kinda pitch in together. Like, I've seen us here shoveling the road because the snowplows weren't coming. Like, it was just too much, and people needed to get places, so we were all out there shoveling the road. You're gonna smooch your 8 fur babies. Yay! Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're gonna love the winter magic. Aw, Lord Jim Dandy, thank you so much. To you as well, and let's have a little chat soon. Let's catch up soon. The grape thing is not I'm gonna spend it with family, usually dorms. Oh, are you by yourself? Are you hanging out all alone in your dorm? I guess you couldn't go home to India just for a couple weeks, I guess. Aw. And Lord Jim Dandy, we have missed you because we noticed you weren't here last week and the week before, I believe. I keep track. I don't. I don't, but I did notice you weren't here because usually you are, and we miss you. You're lovely to have around. Yes, everybody have an amazing 2026. Oh, that's my Facebook group. You can jump in there if you like. It's open for everybody. Open for everybody. All right. Yeah, see? Smoochies from Lord Jim Dandy. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you to, I think my only mod here today, I think it was just Poseidon Siren. So thank you, Maria, for modding for me today. I so appreciate it. I know you got a million things going on, but you came to give me a hand and make sure everyone behaves themselves in my chat. So thank you so much for that. Unicorn researcher said yes, alone, but it's all good. Yeah, see, there are people I happen to be one of them that it's like all alone. Promise? You promise? I get to be home alone? Yeah, so I absolutely, yeah, I sometimes it's like biggest relief is when everyone leaves and you know that, well, they're gonna come back in a little bit, but it's like, some alone time, some alone time. Well, happy New Year to you. You're already well into your new year here now, a couple hours in, I believe. And I hope you have an amazing year. I hope you stick around. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything. And by all means, connect with me on Facebook if you like. Jump into my group, jump into my winter magic program, whatever lights you up. And my email list as well. I haven't, usually once a week, I'll send out an email. I'm not one of those people who bombards people. But if you need to be reminded more than once a week, well, then let me know. Let me know. But thank you so much. Thank you, Munchie, for hanging out. Maria, Jim, who else was in here? Um, Not perfect, just British. Everybody who popped in, thank you so much. I just really, really, really wanted to just spend a little time at the end of this year with all of my favorite people on YouTube. And oh, and Andrea too. Thank you. Thank you. You went very quiet there for a minute. You were listening quietly. And yeah, thank you for all of your love and support this year. Thank you for hanging out, subscribing, boosting my chat. Every time you share, every time you invite a friend, it really just fills my heart. So thank you so much. And my hope and my wish and my dream for you is that you have the most incredible 2026. And a year from now, we will meet here again. And we're going to have the biggest celebration because it is going to be the year that knocks our socks off. And we're all going to have so much to celebrate and so much to brag about and so much cheer and love and joy in our hearts. And that is my wish for all of you. So I thank you. Have a magical day.